to ask her not to ratify the Treaty of Nice. Those peers are known. You can Google just those few words and you'll get newspaper articles with their names. Would it not be prudent for this council, who have sought the advice of our MPs, etc., to perhaps seek the advice of those lords to find out why they actioned Chapter 61 of the Magna Carta, and whether they feel we have a duty as a town council or as representatives of people to join them in whatever action they're taking.
Hear it.
Yeah.
Can I just state that the fact is, and you've been given the information, that Article 61 has been invoked. It was invoked on the 23rd of March 2001. You've been given that information because under the British Constitution, everybody has the duty to stand under that article. If you don't do so, then it's a criminal offence.
Sorry, but I think we've finished now.
Well,
Can we just go, I think
the public are going to know where you don't stand and where you do stand.
Councillor Cousins and this council will get together and we can actually discuss what he's actually.
You have acquiesced every time I've asked you where you stand, sir.
Well, please, I've told you, I'm not here to discuss that with you. If you want to discuss it with somebody, you should discuss it with people.
Public servants.
You're
supposed to stand under the
Be
British
very careful.
Constitution.
Be very careful what you're saying.
You're
What I'm
supposed
saying
to
you,
stand
sir,
under the British
can you be quiet,
Constitution.
please? What I'm saying to you, sir, is that if you can talk to the right people, we're not the right people.
Well, you also have a duty to stand under the Constitution.
We've got
Your worship.
We haven't got a constitution.
We have a Constitution. You've got this government propaganda, sir. What do you think the Bill of Rights is? The Declaration of Rights? Magna Carta? They're written in Constitution.
Yeah, someone needs to do some research.
You're being misinformed, sir.
Can we have some control here?
Yes.
We've had these meetings.
I'm sorry, what
These
my name,
meetings
bitch.
that Councillor Cousins is talked about, and some of the other guys here may want to be involved in that. That's as far as we're going.
You have a duty to stand under the Constitution, sir. And you know, you have a duty to do that.
I wish to carry on with the meeting. Okay.
Yeah,
I
but
think
do.
we've had enough.
Oh, we're not going to have anything.
Councillor Shaw, please.
Thank you,
We
Worship.
haven't even started yet.
I would like to reiterate that I have asked for a meeting, so something will be done. We will to discuss the trade agreement.
Yeah, but
And
that's not about the
following
issue.
on from that,
Can you please sit down?
when
and let the
everyone
lady finish?
understands exactly what it is that we are concerned about,
Yeah, but it's not.
hopefully these council will become so concerned about that we will then move forward and have the discussion about Agenda 21
Well, it's-
with the barons that we will invite.
You are missing Article 61 every time when you speak. I'm talking about Article 61, lawful rebellion.
You're talking about Green Party propaganda you're trying to pull on that.
Can we now please?
No, just spoke for 20 minutes on a symbol. My goodness.
Come on, let's have some quiet.
Councillor Cousins made the point that four lords have decided to take part in some rebellion or something else. There's some 600
You've been given the information, Councillor.
There's 600 odd lords, I believe, and if there's four of them, then it's not much of a position that they're taking. And if they feel that strongly about it, they're entitled to it. If you feel that strongly about it, you're entitled to it. We may not, I personally may not feel the same way as you, I'm entitled to that. It's a democracy where we all...
You have a duty to stand under the Constitution, sir.
I have no duty other than to try and reason as what I see
The protocol,
and make a judgment.
chapter 61, the protocol says they follow the protocol exactly. That four barons.
We're moving on to their announcements, okay?
Not you, Dave.
I
don't know. Yeah, the phone just went all funny. So I had to go.
We're moving on to the mayor's announcements, okay?
Right, it's 14th of October and we've been at the Glastonbury Town meeting today. somebody who's already in lawful rebellion has decided to take over the town hall, basically. So the meeting's finished now, we've sat through the meeting. Anyway, and so now we're going to go back in and just see what's happening. And
see if we can get away with filming, because
we've already been told off quite a lot, so we're going to try and be a bit
sneaky.
We'll be very sneaky. We'll go back in and just see what we can get, and then we'll update you later.
Are you on your way to the
It's our lovely police constables.
I'll see that, is that right?
Yeah.
Are you on your way to office today, sir?
I'll be on the road from office.
Yes?
Good. Right, PCS Lambert Pocket, PCS O2 Richards, both on the street police station. How you doing?
Oh, hi.
Right, we've simply been sent over here to find out what's going on. That's it.
Well, we have been lobbying the council under Article 61 of Magna Carter, and the treasonous peace treaty which is being implemented in this country on the 1st of November this year, and they've acquiesced. So what we've done is to force the issue by taking the building under Article 61. So I've seized the building.
Okay.
Okay?
You're going to know a lot more than Article 61. They're
Well,
not an expert,
okay, all right. Well, this is constitutional law. It's been invoked. The evidence is clear, and we have the duty to stand in lawful rebellion, all of us, even you guys.
What are you rebelling about?
We're rebelling about the Nice Treaty, which is taking over the EU. It's going to take over the powers of the police. You guys as well are going to be under the European Union, Euro Gen 4.
Being governed by the European police.
Yeah, now that is treason. That's simple a case of treason.
Yeah.
We have no foreigner has any authority in this land. And this is what we're here doing, and this is why we're protesting this. We've tried to get the...
protect everybody's rights.
We've been to central government and stuff, and they're not listening. The police, Nicholson, Nicholson's ignoring me now. All the councillors...
Do you expect Nicholson was aware that this was happening tonight?
Probably not, but the police never turned up to the meeting tonight, and they're usually here.
The reason for that, I was going to attend the meeting, but obviously you wouldn't be aware there was quite a few incidents out of Magna Street and High Street with people generally trying to fight, so unfortunately that took priority.
We were disappointed you weren't here.
I do apologise, unfortunately people are swinging punches at me on the street.
So, look guys, what we're going to do, because we're acting under the constitutional law here by doing this. Now, if you act against us on this, technically that is treason.
Okay, right, okay. So your intention is just to stay here until you...
Well, we seize the building.
Who wants to tell me what's what then?
I'll tell you.
No, clear his witnesses.
My name's David Robertson. First of all, I need to ask you, are you on your oath of office?
Sorry?
Are you standing under your oath today?
Under my oath?
Yes.
Well, I'm working.
Right, so are you under your oath today? That's what I'm asking.
I'm working at the moment.
You cannot answer my question.
You haven't answered anything yet.
I'm just asking you, are you under your oath today? You're standing under your oath. You said. Okay, so you are. Right, what we've done is we've been trying to lobby the council here about the impending occupation of our country by the Nice Treaty and the We've also been through other channels, central governments who we've been ignored. So what we've done here tonight is we've seized the building under Article 61 of Magna Carter 1215. You can check out about Magna Carter 1215, which was invoked on the 23rd of March 2001.
Right.
So this is part of our British Constitution, it's part of our lawful duty to seize properties and stuff, because we are not getting any redress from the treason that has been committed in this country.
Right.
So we've seized the town council at Glastonbury tonight, and the police have been called and they've decided that we're not committing any criminal offence, and so they've left. Now, we have a moral obligation here, because what we're doing is we're causing the caretaker a loss or harm by, he wants to go to his wife and his dinner. And so we've got a bit of dilemma. We could stay here, we seize the building, or we could leave under duress to save breaching the common law and causing this guy unnecessary loss or harm. So we're in debate about this. We're going to talk to the caretaker in a minute, and hopefully up here, so you'll be able to see what's going on.
Okay, we're back from Glastonbury Town Hall. It was all rather exciting. The police turned up, but of course we were being very peaceful. We were also in a public building. We explained to the police why we were there, and they were actually really cool. Then along came the next rank of policemen, and we spoke to them about it again and explained why we were there. So it turned out that actually the police couldn't do anything because we weren't actually breaking any laws, and we were actually in legal rebellion, I guess. Well, I wasn't, I was there watching, but lots of people there were, and are really serious about this stuff. And it's the main message is to get this out to the public, that people don't realise that come the 1st of November everything's going to change in England and Scotland and Wales and Northern Ireland in the UK. So we really need to be aware of what's happening, and I think we should have, what was that, was it called flash dance?
Yeah.
Instead of having the flash dance thing, where we all get together at our local councils and town hall, and actually, you know, even if there's only a handful of us, but we all do it at the same time, and we try and make people realise that they need to know this information. Whether they want to act on it or do anything with it, that's up to them. But for some reason this information isn't getting out to people by mainstream media, and this is really stuff people need to know.
And what was really interesting, Deb, I thought, was that the mayor didn't even know we had a constitution,
No, that's
did he?
very
And we've
true.
actually got footage of him, which people will see, won't they?
Yeah, I think we've got footage of that. When we actually said about that, he actually, I think his words were, "We don't have a constitution."
Yes, that was his
and
words.
that was the Mayor of Glastonbury. Not necessarily a charming guy, but there you go.
Just our opinion, of course.
The other thing I found quite shocking, just our opinion.
Yeah.
The other thing I found quite shocking was that they seemed to be unaware that they needed to do anything about it. And that we should be tweaking to MPs that will totally ignore us anyway and take no notice of us. Now, as I understand it, those people in the council were put there by us, the public.
Here,
So for them to turn around and say that, I found quite shocking, because surely you're in public service, so you're there to serve the public. We are the public. Where do we go if we don't go to the first rank and get them behind us? How are we going to move on to the second rank and get them behind us?
and in any business, you know, don't you, use the hierarchy system. You're all told you take the first complaint to the first level,
Yeah.
and so on and so forth.
And as it is, loads of people have been taking it to all levels, haven't
Yeah,
they?
no
The
one's
barons
cared.
have been contacted. There's been no real response from the barons.
Sitting outside Houses of Parliament, lobbying. Goodness me, what
I
else
know.
can you do, Deb?
And none of that really seems to get out to people. And when you ask people what's going to happen on the 1st of November, they don't know. I didn't know until probably 6-7 weeks ago exactly what that would mean to the country that I live in. And I'm concerned about it. And we should all be concerned about it. So anyway, this was The2debs first. First step in the direction of actually doing something, I think. Well, that's not true actually, because Debbie Longlegs has actually been doing stuff on this for the last few years, and all the research that you see on our websites is down to Debbie. The news links are probably a bit more down to me, but the real juicy stuff probably comes from her. So we're on it. And we're not stopping now. We're going to just see where this takes us.
And wouldn't it be lovely for anyone out there who's watching this who doesn't know we have a constitution, please look into it.
Yeah, we do
because we have one, and it's so wonderful, and generations after generations have fought and died to give us this. We don't need the European Court of Human Rights because we have our own.
We do.
And people are going to that court because they're not getting remedy from the place where they should get it from. So it's just like, this is so important, Webbs, isn't it? Just
Yeah.
for people just to look. And we've got, like Deb said, lots of links on the Constitution, but please, if anyone wants to know more, we can help and give you, I don't know, contacts and stuff, can't we,
Yeah, or
Deb?
if anybody wants to talk to us. Also, what we're really keen to do is we can be mobile. And we're interested to get out and speak to maybe some of our Twitter followers as well, who obviously we're following people and people follow us that have interest in all sorts of different things to do with the welfare of our country. So anybody,
If you've got
particularly with lawful
concerns,
rebellion, I think
yeah.
we're focusing on at the moment.
Because we see this, because we all know what's going on out there, most of us. We all know the horrible stuff that's being done to the children, being poisoned on water. I mean, the topics go on. But
and our heads spin with it, honestly.
absolutely.
The more we find
and
out.
our hearts break, Deb.
Our hearts break.
Our hearts
yeah.
break. But the only way I can see forth, the legal way, is via our Constitution, and the fact that those barons invoked Article 61 of Magna Carta gives us the right now to stand under it and say, hey, we've got to sort this out, get our Constitution back.
Yeah. And it's not all about, you don't have to write to the barons and you don't have to stand in lawful rebellion. I'm not standing in lawful rebellion. Debs isn't standing in lawful rebellion.
No, and it's very important as well, isn't it? Vulnerable people don't. I mean, me and Deb's got children, obviously a bit younger than mine.
And with grandmothers
as well.
Yeah.
So kind of no one, Dave himself would say, ladies that are vulnerable and you've got children, we do worry about social services and all of the rest of it. And just supporting in that way, people want to stand who've got not much to lose and feel that they can, then do your oath to the barons.
Yeah.
We've got the addresses out there. All the addresses have been found of the barons, so let's start writing to them.
And Debbie Longlegs found them.
Yeah, we found them all of them, and let's talk to them. Because they have a responsibility too. I guess most of them now, I think all of them aren't serving in the House of Lords, but they have a responsibility to the people. They invoked this thing. It was a very serious thing that they did, and there is a responsibility. So maybe we need to get behind them. And educate ourselves, Debs, and take personal responsibility, I think. Do you not? Just to look in 5 minutes.
Yeah, start looking like I did, and then you're like,
Yeah.
you're looking lots. But it needs to be looked at.
But what you were saying, Deb, again about talking to people, we really do want to talk to people, everyday people. We want to know people's thoughts and feelings, and we'd love to record you as well. We'll come and see you, find out where you are. We'll come to you.
We're in the camper van at the moment. This is Dave's camper van.
This is the campaign bus.
The campaign bus.
It's awesome, actually.
And he's been like, can we get Dave on the camera, because he's very important, because we couldn't do this without Dave's support.
Hang on a minute. Yeah, we just
we couldn't do this without Dave's support. Where's Dave?
There's Dave. Dave's our campaign.
Yeah.
Man.
I'll back him all the way.
That's Stanley the mascot.
Dog sitter.
Yeah.
And dog sitter.
And thanks to Dave tonight, who looked after our dog, so we could.
So love you, hey Debs, and we're going to
you.
get and sort this film out, and we're going to get it up as soon as possible so people can kind of see. So we did have problems a little bit with the cameras, but that's something.
We've got our jammies on now and that. We're like all chilled out.
And we're going to work with equipment and sort out those issues, aren't we? But we kind of got it sussed, and we hope we've got something for everyone to see that hey, this stuff does work. The police didn't arrest us. They absolutely knew that we weren't doing anything wrong. We were in a public place and we were trying to make a stand. So let's everyone start making a stand. It's people power. Isn't it, Deb?
People power.
People with brothers and sisters. Let's start loving each other again, caring for each other, Debs, eh?
Yeah.
Right, when are we going to go on? Because we go on forever, so bye.